Hello colleagues, my name is Sandeep Dayal and currently I am doing ED350 course from USP. In my presentation, I will explain and demonstrate how webquest can be used as a teaching tool. Let us look at what is a webquest. Well, webquest is an inquiry-based learning in the web or a structured lesson in the web, problem-solving activity in the web, and well-developed unit in the web. Some of the advantages of using a webquest as a teaching tool are that students can think critically, that builds their higher level skills. Secondly, it promotes active learning. Also, it is learner independence and promotes collaboration. Components of a webquest. There are 7 components in a webquest and each are playing very important role towards students learning. The first component of a webquest is an introduction page. The purpose is to introduce and captivate the students. This page should be very decorative and eye-catching. The next component is task page. It describes the goals of the webquest. The third and the important component, process page. An outline of what the student is going to accomplish by completing the web quest is stated in this page. Activities are listed here with the web-based resources. The next component is evaluation page. Once the students have done the task, they can self-evaluate themselves in this page using a rubric. Conclusion page. It wraps up the activity and mostly congratulates the learner on the achievement. Teacher page. This is for teachers. Notes for teachers are pasted here on how to use the web quest. And the last component of a web quest is the author's page. Biography and contact information for the author is given. This is my web quest that I designed for my students, the momentum and collision web quest. It will help year 12 students to better understand the concept of momentum and collisions. In the introduction, a question is posed for the students, like how a rugby player makes a try just by sliding before reaching try line, or why truck takes more time to stop compared to a car, or how a nail is driven by the hammer. All is explained by momentum. Students also have to watch the video in the resource. Coming to task page, 4 goals are stated clearly and student has to do a task based on the video that they watched in the introduction part. There are certain steps students have to follow in completing the task. To understand and explain momentum, they have to go through the reading on resource 6 and watch the video on momentum on resource 3. To explain conservation of momentum and impulse, students have to watch videos from resource 7 and resource 10. To differentiate between elastic and inelastic collision, students have to go through the URL on resource 2 and then watch the videos on resource 4 and resource 5 respectively. To differentiate between elastic and inelastic collision, students have to go through the URL on resource 2 and then watch video on resource 4 and resource 5 respectively. Once students have gone through the readings and videos, students have to do two quiz on resource 8 and resource 9. These are my 10 resources that is used by students in the process page to complete the task. Resource 4 and resource 10 are my own videos. Evaluation page. Once the students have done the task, they can use this evaluation rubric to assess their performance. This evaluation rubric is showing for task 1 and the 2 quizzes that they did. In conclusion, my web quest is concluded by wrapping the activity by reminding students what they have learned and congratulating them. Here I have placed notes for teachers which will assist them in using this web quest as a teaching tool. I hope, colleagues, you have understood how webquest can be used as a teaching tool. Have a nice day. Thank you.